Get what we need.
And this is this week's Closet Classic.
afternoon and welcome to the commencement exercise for the class of 2001. Would you kindly remain standing for the playing of our national anthem? Thank you. Kindly be seated. Mr. Nelson, Dr. Connors, colleagues, members of the class of 2001, family and friends. Today is a very special day. This graduation signifies an ending and a beginning for all of us. As graduates, you are realizing the completion of one goal in your lives, the attainment of something very special to you and your families as a result of hard work and commitment. And this should give you a wonderful sense of accomplishment. As you move on, you will begin to notice that life is a series of plateaus, each building on its previous achievements. It is my hope as your teachers that we as your teachers and administrators have provided you with the skills and knowledge to help you further your education and career development. That through the many lessons and experiences we have offered, your knowledge and understanding of the community and the world around you will enable you to make sound decisions that will affect your future lives. It is also my hope that you continue to set clear goals for yourselves so that as you move into each plateau in life, your horizons are broadened and your limits are endless. As with the ancient mariners who sailed uncertain seas centuries ago, you too can experience great rewards through pursuing new challenges and adventures. By continuing to improve upon your education and your fundamental knowledge of your world, you will possess the chart and compass to explore your uncharted seas and to reap the rewards and treasures life has to offer. And to the parents, you too share in this honor today. The encouragement and support that you have provided over these past 17 and 18 years have made all the difference. Congratulations to you, and keep up the great work. And now, as my time at Burlington High School draws to a close, I want to thank all the students, the families, and the community for all the wonderful support over these past 16 years. I also want to thank the faculty who have worked so diligently to provide a quality education for our students. And I wish also to thank my two assistants, Mrs. Hayes and Dr. McKay, for their hard work and loyalty, which was always greatly appreciated. And I would be remiss if I did not thank all those behind-the-scenes individuals who made Burlington High School what it is today: the secretaries, the cafeteria workers, and our custodial staff. I am truly in debt to all of them. And finally, I want to give a special thank you to my family for their continued and unconditional support. Burlington High School is significantly a better place today than it was 16 years ago, and they have played a major part in this process. As I bid farewell, I want to congratulate all the members of the class of 2001 and extend my best wishes for life success. Thank you very much. It gives me great pleasure at this time to introduce to you a young man who is truly a leader among his peers. He has worked hard to make his class a successful one, and he has gained the respect of his peers and faculty alike through his dedication and commitment. He is recognized for his talents both within the classroom and throughout our extensive athletic and extracurricular programs. He will be continuing his education this fall at the University of Maryland. Please welcome the class president, Christopher Langley.
Thank you. Welcome, distinguished guests, faculty, families, friends, and students of the class of 2001. Before I begin today, I would like to give a special thanks to somebody who will be graduating with us after 16 years at Burlington High School. Dr. Suffredini has served as a dedicated principal during his time here, and as he leaves to become superintendent of schools in Holbrook, we thank him for all he has done and wish him the best of luck in the future. For his many efforts and contributions, we'd like to present him with this certificate, which reads, "The class of 2001 extends to Dr. Maynard Suffredini honorary membership with full alumni status in recognition of his outstanding contributions to Burlington High School from 1985 to 2001. Thank you, Dr. Suffredini, and good luck. When I first began preparing for this speech, I was a little nervous, not so much about reading it as I was about writing it, because I couldn't figure out a way to say everything I wanted to say without it either being too long or boring or repetitive. So finally I decided to do something a little different and write it as a poem. We are the graduating class of 2001. As we end one chapter in our books, another's just begun. The past 4 years have come and gone so quickly, so it seems, and now we part from BHS to follow other dreams. 4 years ago as freshmen, we came into this school. We once again were small fish in an even larger pool. The girls fit in more quickly, which seemed a bit unfair, while the guys were stuck with high voices and little facial hair. But as the years progressed and we began to fail at home, the fears at last began to fade and confidence had grown. In sports and academics, we succeeded from the start. We excelled to heights immeasurable in music and in art. Now senior year is over and decisions have been made. Some of us will leave the state and some of us will stay. Success has not been easy, but we've learned to persevere with the help of certain people who have helped us year to year. We'd like to thank the teachers who have been there all along to encourage and support us and to keep our young minds strong. You've given us the knowledge that we'll use in future years. When we face the outside world, because of you, we'll be prepared. And of course, the class of 2001 must thank Mr. Lang. Without our class advisor, we just wouldn't be the same. But he's guided us and taught us what an impact he has had. But Mr. Lang, please get it right. My name is Chris, not Chad. Our families gave us confidence throughout each pressing year. There's no way we can repay you for your love and for your care. When we angered you or made mistakes, you never turned your back. You were there to help us out if we somehow got off track. I hope we'll never lose touch with our friends who have been close. For a long time, it has been our friends who've meant the very most. We've been through so much together, mostly good, but sometimes bad, and it's impossible to count up all the great times we have had. To my class, there are a few more things that I would like to say, that I hope may help to guide you as you go off on your way. Don't be afraid to take a chance. Don't be afraid to fail. And although it's fine to make mistakes, please don't end up in jail. Sometimes you might slip up or trip and maybe even fall, but as long as you get up again, you'll make it after all. Just keep on pushing forward, never stop or hesitate, for if it's greatness that you're searching for, your dreams will make you great. So leave today with confidence. Now all is said and done. Be proud that you're a graduate of the class of 2001. Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. William Connors.
Thank you, Chris. That was a great job. And I want to commend you on recognizing Dr. Safardini and making him an honorary member of your class. You know, it took only 4 years for you guys to graduate, but he's been here 16. But he's going to be carrying with him memories of 16 graduating classes that he's helped to form and send out into the world. And for us as educators, there isn't any better reward than seeing those faces as you exit, as you know you've got that great world in front of you. I think one of Dr. Seuss's poems was in the inside folder of the awards booklet the other night when we gave out over $200,000 in different awards and scholarships, and it said it so well in terms of that great world that's ahead of you. So congratulations, Dr. Safardini, as you send your last class from Burlington High School out into the world. I want to thank you for all the hard work that you've done, the responsiveness that you've shown to all of your teachers, the dedication that you've had to your studies, and I want to ask you now to remember to thank your parents. In a previous superintendency, we had a girls soccer team that was a state winners it was several years ago now. And we had a speaker come from one of the colleges who was someone who was very good at soccer herself. And one of the things that she shared with our students was that with all the excitement of graduation from high school and the thoughts about going away to college, she spent most of the summer with her friends and thinking about where she was going to be going. And the one real regret that she had was that she didn't spend time getting to know her parents, getting to talk with them, getting to hear what they had for their hopes and dreams for her, and all of the things that they valued in her, and all of the things that were important to them. So ever since then, whenever I have this opportunity at graduation, I always share that with you, the graduating class, and say, I hope that you'll learn a lesson from that young lady. Take the time this summer to get to know your family. Talk with your parents or those who are serving in that capacity for you, and find out what aspirations they have, what their hopes and dreams are, and how much you mean to them. You'll never regret it. It's an investment of some time that you'll really, really be glad that you did in the future. A boy walking in his garden found a cocoon in a thick bush. He brought it to his room and examined it every day. He soon noticed signs of movement within the cocoon, but nothing broke through its wall. After seeing this movement for several days, his curiosity got the better of him, and he broke the cocoon open. An underdeveloped moth struggled to open its wings to no avail, and it soon died. The youth brought it to his teacher, who explained that it was in the act of struggling to free itself that a moth achieved its full development. Having missed this vital stage, it could not live on its own. You too have passed through your pupil stage, and that's a bad pun for Dr. Nassif and all of our science teachers. While it was a struggle, we know that you have mastered the skills needed to become independent adults, lifelong learners, and caring citizens. We are confident of your success and that you will represent the community of Burlington as well in all of your future endeavors. A true education gives one the knowledge of what to do when you encounter something you cannot understand. Thomas Edison once said, if we did all the things we are capable of doing, we would literally astonish ourselves. My hope is that all of you will be astonished by the good works that you perform in the years to come. There's one other thought that I wanted to share with you that I came upon, and it was from an Indian poet, Tagore. I slept and dreamt that life was joy. I awoke and found that life was duty. I acted, and behold, duty was joy. As you enter into this adult stage and you respond to your duties you will find great joy in the achievements that you make and in the satisfaction that you have in everything that it means to be an adult. I referenced earlier the over $200,000 in scholarships that were given the other night, and I wanted to also reference the great work that Mr. Tom Imbriglio gave in that work. There were many that were involved in that, Dr. Suffredini and all of his staff, but in particular, Mr. Imbriglio is someone who champions that cause, and so I did just want to give a special thanks to him as part of your graduation. Good luck to all of you in everything you do in the future. Thank you.
Please welcome the Vice Chairperson of the Burlington School Committee, Mr. Stephen Nelson.
Thank you, Mr. Langley. Dr. Suffredini, Superintendent Connors, members of the administration, faculty, and honored guests. It's a privilege and an honor for me to be here this evening to speak to you on behalf of the Burlington School Committee. Before I begin my remarks, I would like to ask that you all join me in a brief moment of silence. I was made aware this morning of some very sad news. A youngster, fourth grader at the Francis Wyman School, Brian Kane, passed away this morning. He was struck by a vehicle Friday night outside of Simons Park, and I would ask you all, please join me in a moment of silence for Brian's family and for Ryan. Thank you all very much. I'd like to join the previous speakers in welcoming everyone here this evening, this afternoon, all of the parents, the faculty members, the family members, the friends, because we're here today to participate in a wonderful ceremony. We're here today to honor the graduating class of 2001. Before I direct my comments to the graduating class, I'd like to send a special thanks on behalf of the Burlington School Committee to all of the members of the faculty who have worked so hard over the past 4 years to prepare you for the challenges that lie ahead. As a school committee member, I've been particularly impressed with the dedication of the faculty throughout the Burlington school system as they face the challenges that have been brought about by the Education Reform Act and by the Department of Education's new standards. I want to congratulate the administration for working to upgrade and improve our curriculum, and I want to congratulate the faculty for all of their hard work and dedication. A little over 25 years ago, I remember putting on a cap and gown at Burlington High School and marching out to the football field. On that particular day, the weather was a lot better than it is today. In all honesty, I don't specifically remember what advice was given to me by the speakers who spoke that afternoon, but I do remember the central theme of what they said. They told me and all of my fellow classmates that we could achieve virtually anything we wanted in life with hard work and dedication. And as I've grown older, I've realized that what they said is really true. Whether you go on to a 4-year college or a 2-year college, or whether you begin a trade, or whether you take a year off, there are literally thousands of opportunities that await you, not only in Massachusetts and New England, but throughout the country. And when I speak of opportunities, I'd like you to please remember that if you're not really sure what it is that you want to do with the rest of your life as you sit here today, that's okay, as long as you remember to keep education as part of your long-term plan. If you do that, I can assure you that you'll have a challenging career that's right for you. I feel like I'm in Fenway Park right now. I would be remiss if I didn't make a comment to you about public service. Massachusetts lost a wonderful congressman last week when Joseph Moakley passed away. And as I was reading the various newspaper articles and stories about Joseph Moakley concerning his life, there was one comment that seemed to reverberate through all of the articles. And that comment was that no task was too big for the congressman, and no task was too small for him. And I thought to myself, what a wonderful way for everyone to approach life. If no task is too big for you to tackle, think of how successful you'll be in your life. And if no task is too big for you to tackle, think of how admired you will be by your peers and those people who look up to you. And if no task is too small for you to handle, it will be so because you care about others. And if no task is too small for you to handle, it'll be due to the fact that you care enough to pay attention to details to make sure that you do things right. I hope you will consider, as you journey through life, some form of community service, whatever it might be. Every community needs the talent and the personality of its members. Otherwise, the community doesn't have a personality. So in closing, I'd like to congratulate the class of 2001. You're an impressive group. You've accomplished a great deal, and the town of Burlington is proud of you and proud of your accomplishments. And on behalf of the Burlington School Committee, I'd also like to congratulate Dr. Safradini in his new journey as he takes on the superintendency of the Holbrook School District. So I wish you all a happy and successful career, whatever that might be. Thank you and good luck.
You guys are crazy. Now I'd like to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2001, Matul Patel.
Thank you, Chris. Good afternoon, everybody. It's good to have you all here. I'd like to start by thanking Dr. Connors, Dr. Safradini, Mr. Nelson, members of the school committee, and the other esteemed members of the administration and faculty on behalf of what they've done for us over the past 4 years. I would also like to thank all the parents for being here, and my family and my friends for their continued support. And I'd also like to give a shout out to Mookie and Big Red. You know who you are. In a few months, we, the class of 2001, will be going off to college, the military, or to work. Some of us will be going far away, while others will be staying a little closer. I know that I'm a little apprehensive about going as far away as California. We may meet new people and have new experiences, but I'm sure that we will remember our times here at BHS. As Maximus said in the movie Gladiator, what we do in life echoes in eternity. As cliche as this may sound, it is true. Our memories over the past 4 years will stay with us for our whole lives. They say in hindsight you have 20/20 vision, and I for one can say that this is true. I remember being a naive freshman on my first day here at BHS. I wasn't too overwhelmed by the new school, but I did need a little help finding one of my classes. When I asked for directions, I was actually told to take a left at the indoor pool. But I can recall, I didn't fall for that, by the way, but I can recall thinking when the day ended that I couldn't wait until my 4 years here were over. Looking back now, when those same 4 years are now over, I can honestly say that I'm sad to see it had to end, and that I wouldn't change a thing that has happened to me here, as I have had some of the best moments of my life. Well, let me take that back. Pissing off my friend Adam Jenkins and getting stuffed into a trash can is one memory that I can live without. There are other memories I could share with you, but that's enough about me. Today, as we, the proud class of 2001, stand on the threshold of yet another phase of our lives, I am reminded of another quote. This time it is from The Matrix, a great movie, by the way, and it is when Morpheus says to Neo, "I can only show you the door. You're the one that has to walk through it." This effectively sums up how I feel about this momentous occasion, as our time here in Burlington will undoubtedly help each of us carve our own paths in life as we are forced to leave BHS behind. Throughout our entire school careers, we have been guided by our parents, our teachers, and our friends. They have given us love, support, and knowledge to help us prepare for our future lives. Without them, we would not be where we are today, and for that, they deserve to be congratulated. We have come a long way, however, and the journey is not over yet. And as this next phase of our lives begins, it is becoming increasingly obvious that nothing will quite be the same anymore as we venture out into the world in separate directions. Don't get me wrong, though. I'm sure that many of us will stay in touch with each other, but in a manner of speaking, we each have our own door to step through. And as we become more independent, we must each make our own paths through life. Now, before I wrap this speech up, I have one last quote for you. Do or do not, there is no try. That would be Yoda from Star Wars. If you have a goal, then you should set out to accomplish it. There is nothing sadder than looking back on what could have been. So go forth and create your own future, class of 2001, and may you achieve your dreams. Thank you.
Next, I would like to introduce the class of 2001's salutatorian, Cynthia Moy.
Thanks, Chris. Good afternoon, Dr. Connors, Dr. Seferdini, Mr. Nelson, members of the administration and faculty, family, friends, and fellow classmates. We are gathered here today to celebrate the graduating class of 2001, and I'm honored to speak before you all. Over the past years, we have collected many memories here at Burlington High School. As we look back, we will remember going to the cold football games every Thanksgiving. We would huddle with our friends in the bleachers trying to keep warm with cozy blankets and hot chocolate while cheering on our football team. We will also remember the day-to-day events such as running into homeroom before the bell rang, dreading the 75-minute long period, and laughing at jokes and stories with our friends during lunch. And who could forget how many times we almost fell asleep during the movies in class or the hard sports practices, no matter what the weather was like. And of course, we will never forget the rush out of the school parking lot at 2 o'clock every day. Together, we have made these memories and grown as a class. Our experiences have made us who we are, and each one of us should reflect on our past to remember those who have helped us to get here today. Our family, our friends, our teachers, and our classmates. Let us thank them for the encouragement and support that they have given us throughout the years. As we leave Burlington High School today and go our separate ways, let us take heed of Ruth Freeman's words. Only those who dare truly live. We must take risks, my fellow classmates. Life is full of opportunities. Don't wait for them to come to you. Instead, go out and grab them. It is through the experience of taking the risk that we will get somewhere in life. By taking on challenges, we will learn how to face adversity, and we will become wiser and thus more successful. As the old saying goes, a ship in a harbor is safe, but that is not what ships were built for. So we must throw off the bow lines and sail away from the safe harbor. Brave the fierce winds and billowing waves. Explore, dream, and discover. Remember that within each of us, we have the power to accomplish whatever we desire. We can climb mountains, reach the stars, and stretch as far as we can imagine. In the words of Britta Thickstyle, dream what you want to dream, go where you want to go, be what you want to be, because you only have one life and one chance to do all the things that you want to do. So stand tall and set your goals high. Believe in yourself, and don't be afraid to take risks. Just follow the path to your dreams. Congratulations, class of 2001, and good luck in the future.
Now I would like to introduce the class essayist, Shara Hegde.
Good afternoon, Dr. Connors, Dr. Seferdini, Mr. Nelson, esteemed members of the school committee, administration, and faculty, families, friends, and fellow classmates. Thank you for joining us today, the class of 2001, in celebrating the culmination of our high school years. It has been a long and windy road, but we have finally arrived at the desired destination. The future is knocking at our doors, bright and full of possibilities. Our paths include college, prep school, the armed services, and the workforce. I know that many of my fellow classmates are bursting with anticipation as I am. This is our chance to be out on our own, to learn about ourselves, and to meet new friends. However, along with this anticipation comes feelings of sadness. Personally, when I received my acceptance letter to Brown University in April, I was ready to pack my bags and leave in a heartbeat. I did not even want to be reminded that I still had 2 months until graduation. But as we all enjoyed our senior events, graduation day became more of a reality, and I found myself realizing that these last few days are precious because they are the last moments that we, as a class, would be together. Writing this speech was probably my most difficult assignment in high school. Only 3 minutes to say goodbye to the people who have thus far shaped our lives. To our teachers, I would like to say thank you for giving us knowledge, for teaching us the value of hard work, and for being supportive of our dreams. Most importantly, a huge thank you to those teachers who took time away from the standard curriculum to teach us life's lessons that cannot be learned from a book. As author Henry Adams once said, "A teacher affects eternity. He can never tell where his influence does stop." To our parents, thank you so much for the unconditional love and support you have shown us over the years. We would not be where we are today if it were not for you. You have been our biggest fans, our shoulders to cry on, and our role models, and we will always be grateful. Today, class of 2001, we come together one last time. As we take this important step in our lives, let us appreciate the lessons we have learned throughout high school. Let us cherish the memories and the relationships we have formed over the past 4 years. We must continue to challenge ourselves and never settle for anything less than our personal bests. To paraphrase Leanne Womack's song, I hope we never fear those mountains in the distance and never settle for the path of least resistance. As we move through life, let us remember who we truly are and embrace our unique qualities. We all have something valuable to offer this world. Lastly, my fellow classmates, I encourage you to dream the impossible dream. As Henry David Thoreau once said, "If you have built castles in the air, your work need not be lost. That is where they should be. Now put the foundations under them." As we, the class of 2001, continue to lay the foundation begun in our high school years, let us all, each and every one, reach for the stars. Congratulations, class of 2001, and thanks for the memories.
At this time, we shall present the diplomas to the class of 2001. When your name is called, please come forward. Christopher Paul Langley. Mitu Rajendra Patel. Cynthia Moy. Shara Shabani Hagday. Pooja Agarwal. Shana Beth Endelman. Denise Marie Anderson. Justin Anderson. Matthew James Anderson. Michael D. Avalez. Christina E. Bamford. Melissa Marie Bardsley. Amy Jennifer Barrett. April Michelle Bartley. Simran K. Bhatia. Danielle Rose Blank. Radu Bresjan. Nicole Joy Caputo. Joseph Daniel Cadarelli. Lindsay Jill Cadarelli. Anab N. Chaduri. Jillian Ann Chesbro. James Andrew Chin. James Warren Clement. Jeffrey A. Cohen. Jason R. Cook. Pamela Anna Lord Craig. Andrew K. Crosby. Jennifer D. Cummings. Derek Daigle. Jeffrey R. Davis. Anna S. Delianis. Anthony Kirk DeLuca. Rocco S. DeRosa. Catherine Ann Driscoll. Robert J. Dunn. Rebecca Lynn Durgovich. Caitlin Elias. Christopher G. Ellis. Michael P. Onright Jr. Kimberly Ann Ferriani. Jason G. Fico. Eric Raymond Fitzgerald. Michael Thomas Foley. Richard N. Friedman. Stanislav Alex Frolov. Crystal Lee Godside. Christopher R. Getchell. Christina Marie Giacopo. Michelle Marie Gianelli. Sheila Christine Gilberti. Daniel Scott Giles. Edward James Gillis. Michael Benjamin Goldberg. Jamie Paula Goldstein. Joseph William Gordon. Jeffrey P. Godfredson. Melissa M. Gagumas. Daniel J. Graham. Victoria J. Graham. Kelly Dawn Grant. Andrea M. Halloun. Susan Rose Hanley. Brian Patrick Hansen. Michelle Lee Harrington. Patrick James Harrington. Stephen R. Harrington. Nicole E. Hartung. Mark Hatzemichael. Fallon Jean Hauser. Robert William Hayes. Michael Patrick Heck, Jr. Kevin P. Hogeboom. Brian David Hopper. Stephanie Lee Howlett. Matthew Kenneth Iandoli. Brian M. Irwin. Adam S. Jenkins. Dana Dreesen Jennings. Carlos Eduardo Hervez. Ryan Pierce Johnson. Danielle Elizabeth Joyce. Kevin Michael Judd. Sarah G. Kashi. Kevin S. Kenny. Safraz S. Khalifa. Yashin Biku Khalifa. Yasmin Sabir Khalifa. Zuna G. Khalifa. Seema M. Khan. Philip J. Kuchar. Thomas George Leroux. Anna Lee Lacombe. Paul J. Lalacada, Jr. Gary Suway Lamb. Melissa A. Ann Lambert. Chad Richard Langley. Shana Jean Larkin. Amy Marie Lavoie. Stephanie Michelle Leahy. Jason Patrick Lewis. Diane Marie Lozier. Tiffany N. McGuire. John Augustine Macris. Jamie Lynn Maldonis. Thomas Joseph Mann. Marissa Christina Marquardt. Jonathan Richard Marquardt. Charles D. Marin. Kelly Corinne Marin. Jamie Lynn Martin. Jillian E. Martin. Victoria M. McCann. Joseph Martin McDonough. Kelly Ann McEwen. Mary Virginia McGinnis. James Michael Megan. Maria Ann Melanson. Evan H. Miller. Kristen Miller. Irene Mirembe. Ainsley Catherine Moorcroft. Amanda Lee Morgan. Sutapa Mukherjee. Julian M. Murphy. Matthew Thomas Murphy. Jennifer Michelle Nigro. Deborah L. O'Brien. John Brian O'Connell. Kristen Maureen O'Mara. Kristen Lee Palumbo. James J. Papadinas. Catherine Elizabeth Pepe. Samir Raj Pawani. Milan K. Patel. Pinal Balabai Patel. Trusha Kanabai Patel. Mayor Hemant Pathak. Lauren Lee Patterson. David James Peach. Celia Mazzotta Patterson. Dennis Anthony Perkins. Joya Nicole Perriello. Nicole Marie Perry. Lauren Angela Piccolo. Kenneth C. Pierce. Joseph A. Petrogallo. Allison LaVaze Potts. Daniel Evan Pulio. Elizabeth Marie Presti. Joseph Michael Procaccini. Christopher Puglisi. Joseph Allen Queen. Scott Michael Queen. Daniel John Quinn. Jana Louise Rappaport. Timothy James Reed. Stephen J. Reale. Brendan James Reynolds. Jason M. Riccio. Michael David Richardson. Joseph P. Romano. Joshua Alexander Rose. Christian Robert Russo. Kerry J. Russo. Dana Matthew Sacca. Stacy Ann Salvucci. Anthony P. Santullo. Christina M. Sapienza. Natalie Sano. Michael Joseph Shannon. Samuel Wyndham Shaw. Stephanie M. Sheridan. Lisa Ann Skegis. Jason M. Smith. Lisa Angela Smith. Kerry Ann Souza. Matthew Orlando Spano. Sumit Ranjan Srivastava. Tiffany Judd Stavros. Susan Lee Sterling. Glenn T. Stoken. Stephanie Marie Stratty. Kevin David Sullivan. Lester Joseph Sullivan. Matthew R. Sullivan. Douglas C. Sykes. Syra Rani Taneja. Maureen M. Tebow. Jennifer Lee Thompson. Carolyn Marie Tintle. Stephen Tranchita. Sarah Elizabeth Trito. Salvatore Anthony Basta. Stephen L. Vidoli. Laura Jean Wallenjevitz. Brendan M. Walsh. Jonathan Todd Weiner. Jared Gifford White. Jessica G. White. Jonathan Gifford White. Allison Wingrove. Daniel Paul Windsor. Well, on behalf of the faculty and administration at Burlington High School and the public school systems of Burlington, I want to extend a special congratulations to all of you of the class of 2000. You are officially graduates and alumni of Burlington High School. I want to wish you the best of luck in the years to come, and hopefully that you will reap every reward there is in your life, and may your every wish be the least you receive. Congratulations to each and every one of you, and this concludes our ceremony. Thank you very much.